So Elvis travels. If that's an imposter, I will know. And how will I know? And if that is you, you're even dumber than the dumber that we thought. All right, hold on. Okay, is that better? Shouldn't be any echo now. Well, if you're a fake Elvis, you know what to do to show me that you are a fake Elvis. Well, if it is you, if that is the real Elvis Travels, we won. YouTube won. Everybody won but you. And you're not blocked in here. Come on panel and talk to me, you chicken shit. Oh, that's right. I'm too much of a woman for you, right? Yeah. Well, oh, you got to go for a while. Why? We were just having fun. Come on, chicken shit. My email's in there. Send me an email. I'll send you a link. But you don't have the balls. You don't got what it takes. And times are tough. Hello, hi, everybody. I came on early because I don't think that's our Elvis Travels, because I actually think it might be the Elvis Travels. So everybody tell him hi and that we won and you did it all to yourself. You can't blame it on me. You can't blame it on YouTube. You can't blame it on Norbecker. You can't blame it on Brad Silverdog. You can't blame it on me. You did this all by yourself. Yes, you are the dirtiest player in the game. I'll give you that. You are the dirtiest player in the game. But guess what? You got too dirty. You got too confident. You got all cocky. You thought you were untouchable. But like Rosie so eloquently spoke of it today, and I agree with her on that this isn't the end of it. He still has issues upon issues upon issues outside of YouTube. And he can run, but he can't hide. The king shall return. Well, you know. Okay, it's not. Well, even if it's not, I'm addressing him anyway. Why? Because I can. Why? Because I played by the rules too. Oh, he's as bad as you are. Well, you're gonna, and if that's our Elvis, just let me know. And you know what to do to let me know. Okay. Oh, you have thousands of accounts. Of course, you're the biggest troll on here. Are you kidding? That's what you do all day long. The only time you're not trolling is when you're live. And then you're basically trolling yourself. Yeah, winter's coming. Where are you going to go when the snow falls down? Huh? Where are you going to go when it starts raining and you don't like to drive in the rain? Where are you going to go when your front end drops out? The front. Leaves you stranded on the side of a road. Who you gonna call then? Who's gonna bail you out now? Hey, Chronic. Hey, honey. Hey, aloha, everybody. First I need to say that, and thanks for coming in. And like it says, if you want a link, just email me. Well, you can always record videos, but do you even know the password to that account? Because it seems to be a few years old. Now, tell me which one you're coming back on so I know. Because, we need to keep up to date. We really do. So, what channel are you going to resurrect? Inquiring minds want to know. We don't want to miss a thing. Hey, Kev, aloha. You got a new phone and you can't do recovery? You are dumber than dirt. Good God. You're so worried about the trolls, you don't see what's happening right in front of you. You don't have a clue. Alpha Nomad? All right, Alpha Nomad. And that's just it. No 1, 2, or 3, just Alpha Nomad. Isn't that Narce's account? Because we know that you've used Narce the last time you were dethroned. But you have the ability to come on up. Just Alpha Nomad. Well, that's nice to know because everybody subbed to the wrong account then. You're such a dumbass. Good God. Hey, Patty, aloha. Good grief. What? And I was I think it was Rub One Out Rosie who sent me an email a little while ago of a past hangout that expresses, oh, it's narcissism. Okay. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. They all blend together so much, Jan, He's scared of me? No, I don't want it. I don't want him to be scared of me. But he does owe me respect. You and Winter and Joni will go to Texas? Well, good luck because half my family lives there too. And we all know our king of the trolls, the illustrious Mr. Joe King, lives in San Antonio. And my family lives in Houston. So good luck with that one. Mm-hmm. Hey, Hop Frog, aloha. I had to start a little early because it's getting a little rambunctious in the room. So I turn around and say, don't make me stop this car. You won't like me if I have to stop this car. Don't make me come back there. So I just figured, jump on. There you go. Texas will be waiting. Texas may be a big place, but everybody will stick together. Yep, they can run, they can't hide. Well, I don't even want them to hide from me. I want them to come out in the open. Yes, I watched that, Rub. I got about 3/4 of the way through as he's questioning Lori about how chargebacks work. He couldn't grasp it. It was beyond his cognitive ability to rationalize what he was being told, because he didn't want it that way. He wanted it his way. And he wanted the person to tell him what he wants to hear, not what the truth is. So it was ridiculous. So once again, a man who thinks that in the pursuit of happiness, he's an entertainer. Well, you entertained one young boy too much. And if that was all a hoax and you did that just for views, you get the stupid crown for a year, because you didn't think it through. American Express will always charge back, no problem. Well, I believe that, because my brother sends me $1,000 gift cards all the time, which is really nice of him. I don't, if he gets paid, well, no, actually it would have been yesterday, because he had no today here. His time zone was already today, not yesterday. So, or tomorrow for that matter. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, yes, I would, Ridge Runner. Because speaking of my brother works for Homeland Security. Never had to call in a favor, but it's always there. Hey, Patricia, aloha. Yeah, Jan, exactly. Yeah, he can't. What URL is he going to use? He did his and then Narcissus, so what next? Yeah, right, Hot Frog? Here, a little American steel. Well, Vegas Vixen, you've not been in my streams to find out that, yes, the child, we were concerned about the child, more about the child than anything else. And if it is a child, does his parents know what he's doing? And even if he is 18, does he realize how dangerous what he did? If in fact it's true. Now, dumbass, dipshit, could have thought, oh, this will get people talking. It sure did. But you stepped over the line. And he was already under a microscope anyway for all the copyrights. Because all that did was they started focusing on him and realized, oh, hell no. No, he can't be doing this. Nope, no child. Nope, not even the semblance of grooming a child. So, well, Vixen, what makes you think that that's not already happening? And you were also an enabler. And he probably thought he could get away with it this time because he got away with it last time. We know that, Vegas Vixen. We got that. We know that. You've not been following me, so you don't go to cast, so you have no idea what's happening. And there's very few people from cast that even knows what's happening. So the main thing is his vehicle for self-promotion is now shut down. His ability to make money has been shut down. He's going to have to get a piece of cardboard and a crayon. Hey, Koba John, aloha. And he's a predator. He's if nothing else, he's spreading disease everywhere. You know, just ew. You're gonna have nasty druggies in your van. Well, that's how you got bed bugs in the first place, dumb shit. That's how you got lice in the first place, dumbass. Did all his strikes go away? I don't know, but I'm thinking I know what people are doing now is they're erasing any visual of him being on their channel, whitewashing it completely. And I agree with that. I don't have any videos up with him, a few audios, but no clips from his channel. I've taken those down a long time ago. But you know, rest assured that thanks, guys. Just go ahead and block that one. Hard block. Hard block! And I normally don't do that in here. And I actually have to tell my mods to do that. But no bullshit here, people. We keep it real. You know, if you love him, wonderful. If you hate him, I don't care. But oh yeah. Okay. And yes, I'm on live chat. I remember this time before the well, Vegas Vixen, why are you so worried about the kid? What do you know that makes you so worried about the kid? Because I want to know why you feel that strongly about it. We all do, but we know the outcome. But you have other information. You have other confidences told to you. Is it because you have children? And I get that you didn't want him around your children. I called that a long time ago and, you know, was wondering, but I knew the answer, so I never had to ask the question. Yeah, well, she's in the past, she's been an enabler. In the near future, I don't think so. She goes in and says hi, and he jumps all over her. So she's really not, and she's not supported him in a long time. But the past is the past, and it's never going to go away. Everybody's always going to question it. And you know, that's something that Vegas Vixen, I think, has come to terms with. That she is going to get grief and hate and, you know, whatever for certain things, but she's learned to cope with it. And hey, you know, it is what it is. Well, Kit and Kat, I agree. But yes, I know. And there's a reason why I know how he is, right, Vixen? And why is that? Because I've actually talked to him other than we talked in a back room, in a green room. It was me, Vegas Vixen, Glam Cat, and Elbow. Yeah, the 17-year-old. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, this is going to bring that up. And what was the one thing? The one thing I told him is, I'm a grown woman, and he is not going to talk to me about sex and that nasty shit that he always tries, because as soon as he gets you on the phone, he turns into the creeper, the sexual creeper, not just a van creeper, but the sexual creeper. And that's where his mind goes. His mind is revved up with sex thoughts 24/7, 365. That never goes away. That is in the forefront of his being. That his view of a relationship between a man and a woman are skewed. He has no idea. He was never taught these things. But I'm sure that Vegas Vixen really wishes she hadn't gone there and done that. I'm sure she regrets it. Well, it's not the fact that you have the pictures or anything else, Vixen. It's because you had knowledge of the deed. And I think that's why people have a problem with it. You didn't do the deed, but you neither. Well, he was a grown man. What are you going to tell him? Probably that's not a good idea. And he probably go, it's my business. I can do what I want. And he is. He's a big boy. He's 38 years old, soon to be 39. It's time to hang up the umbilical cord to YouTube and figure out life. This should be a warning to him. It should be, hey, Princess Aloha. It should be, hey, maybe I need to actually step back a minute, shake my head, take a deep breath, and analyze my life. Does he have the capacity to do this? Well, whether she did nothing or not, that we can't change that now. Well, exactly. Yes. And that was my first, when I did the stream afterward, that was my first thought is, where are this child's parents? Do they know what their child's doing? For all we know, maybe his parents are gone. But he looked very well put together, So, and the kid was my concern too. And don't think that phone calls weren't made and emails sent about this. And for all we know, he could have been pulled into the police station and people asking questions. Well, when a child looks like a child, you should assume it's a child. You shouldn't take their word for it. I turned 18 3 months ago. And the kid was a little swishy too. I mean, so my thought is, who was doing who? What was this kid there for? I know probably in his screwed up mind, he thought that this is the way to get people to come back. I need drama. I need big drama. And I said this about a month ago. He's going to do something to stir up the pot. And then when he started all the strikes and stuff, I said, well, that's the avenue he's going to take to do that. Well, that didn't work. And, well, Vegas Vixen, let me ask you this. In your opinion, did that boy look like he was 18? I don't think anybody in this room would say yes. I would say that 100% of the people in here would say that young man is a child. Yeah, he looked 14. Yes. So when he saw him, and here's the other thing too. And this is kind of wonder why my brain's kind of trying to go a couple different places at once. So bear with me. When he said, I'm going to meet a new YouTube friend. Well, if you looked 15, you should have walked away. If he says, I'm meeting a new Facebook friend. Okay, usually Facebook, hey, king of all things, usually Facebook has names. Why did he ask him? The first question was, so what's your name? Well, if you were Facebook friends, you would know the name. Okay. When the kid talked, he talked like a child. He talked like, I don't even think he reached puberty yet. Honestly. I'm real skeptical if that was, ugh. But upon seeing this child out on the street, out on the curb, wherever, it was, when he saw that child, turned around and walked away, or turn that wheel and go the other direction as fast as you can. Why then did he let him into the van? One thing is meeting him on the street. I almost wouldn't have a problem with that because it's out in public and open. But this kid got into a candy van, quotations, air quotes, into the candy van with a guy that was old enough to be his father, and shut the door. It was it right there. Done. That just shows the immaturity of Zaya, not Elvis Travels, but Zaya, to rationalize, oh, this is probably not a good idea. He was so laser focused on getting the views and getting the subs and making the money and blah, 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 blah. He lost sight of reality. And that reality was that boy looks like a child. Maybe it's not a good idea. I've had a problem with this in the past. Supposedly a 17-year-old. But I have heard rumors that he was in some, I don't know if it was TikTok, I don't know what but he was talking to very young people. Thanks, guys. And I think that he thought that it was okay. Well, it wasn't okay. It's not okay. It will never be okay. And we're having a huge problem with child sex trafficking. And whether you want to, whether that affects anybody in any way, or maybe you didn't even know, but it's happening. It doesn't hit the news because they're minors, they're juveniles. They can't give out their name. Here on Hawaii is a different story. We have a huge Facebook community that shares information about everything. Oh, is the high road blocked? Oh yeah, there's a power line down. You may want to go down Malka and go around, kind of thing. And we have quite a few missing teens right now. And just look at who is this Jeffrey, the dude that got caught diddling and hung himself in his cell. Jeffrey, I want to say Dahmer, but it's not Dahmer. Yeah, but that guy, Epstein, thank you. And that guy, he is a billionaire. He had everything at his disposal, and he still got caught. And because he had committed so much and people held secrets that he couldn't stand it and didn't want to face it, so he committed suicide. But then there's the conspiracy theory that he didn't take his own life. I'm not going to go there. I don't care. The guy's gone. But the fact is that child trafficking is a real thing. And it can happen to any child. I don't care if you're the strictest parent. Kids are going to go behind your back and they're going to do things they think they can get away with. And, you know, doing something like he did, and I almost want to believe he did it for the drama, for the views, because that's what he does everything for. And Vegas Vixen, I agree. He looks familiar. I went through all the Camus, and looked for a name, you know, that kind of thing. Haven't found it yet. But if that was the case, then he's exploiting a relative, a young boy anyway. And because he was live, it went out there. The police department can do a facial scan and they'll have him, maybe they already know who the kid is. I don't know. Yes, he was, Angie, and that's disgusting. And he's actually been clean shaven pretty regularly, not like he was in the when he was at the rancho, when he had a shower 10 feet away from him, 24/7, and still couldn't manage to take a shower. Callie, are you talking about Johnny? Canoe. I saw that last night on something else, and I was laughing. Oh my gosh, it says canoe. Yeah, I looked, Rory, and I'm gonna look more. I'm gonna do a little more digging. I just hope beyond hope that it was just for views and he didn't invite that child into his van for anything other than to make drama. I because I'm like you, Rory, I worry about the kid. You know, it could have gone really bad if it was real. And kids disappear all the time, poof, be gone, never to be seen again. Yeah, Vegas Vixen is one of the first people that I started talking to on here. And that was because I found Rosie's channel by accident and then saw this dipshit, Elvis, up on the panel, and I emailed or sent Rose, hey, send me a link. I have something to say. And that's when the floodgate was open, and here I went. I was out for it, man. I ripped him up one side and down the other, and he got so mad because the way I was talking to him, and he didn't like it. Rosie, make him stop. They can't talk to me like that. Rosie, make it stop. And I'd probably be able to find that video pretty darn quick if I wanted to. As a matter of fact, maybe that's what I'll go search for next. But she also was on the in the green room, And I don't know if that's still, if that is available. I still have the notice on my phone actually for that. I mean, in my Google. But I don't know. No, you didn't. You didn't. Well, you've suffered enough hate and grief yourself, Vixen, not just from Elbow, but from a few other people that you befriended and brought into your space. And once again, you're to blame for it by lack of somebody else to blame. I don't know. Hold on, I'm making juice. Hey, Monkey Boy, aloha. Let me back this up a little bit, see what I missed. Oh, I don't know, Vixen. You just catch hell because you're still here, that's all. You know, you've had enough of your own drama. You don't need to be making more. Calm down, Reggie. It's all right. Like I said, you can say just about anything in here, but you can't attack each other. That's kind of one steadfast rule. She knows that, Guinevere. She knows that. She knows she enabled him. But she's distanced herself from him since. But she still catches hell for it. Exactly, Jan. Yep. Because minors can't be, the names can't be released, nor the status. Hey, Art in Oregon. I certainly hope that, are you the one that told Elvis come out to Oregon and you'd help him and fix his van? I hope not. Well, you know, that's your opinion, Guinevere, and you are absolutely correct in your opinion. But don't think that Vegas doesn't know the shit that she's done. She does know. And she's really has tried to distance herself from the drama. Oh, I'm not enabling it at all. I'm merely, saying that we all have our opinions and it's neither right or wrong. An opinion is an opinion. No, I'm not saying she's a good person or not a good person, but she will have this following her forever until she decides to either quit doing YouTube or YouTube implodes, you know? Well, that's kind of true, Vegas. That's kind of true. No, D-Dubs is out backpacking in the woods somewhere. He's actually on Instagram again. He did surface a couple days ago. So, oh gosh, he wants me now. I get that scratch card, but I mean, and here, if Vegas was timid, she wouldn't still be hanging in here talking. So, and I'm not condoning what she's done. I don't approve of it, but I don't care. I just don't care. I know some facts, and they're facts. All right, what's going on here? Well, and here's a news flash. Bergs, you're next. Because what Bergs did to his parents and to his mother, I consider it elder abuse. And the way he talks and who he talks about. Try to help Marshall. See, she owns it. All right, I think we've had enough dirt slinging here for a minute. So, but as far as, yeah, Bergs, he needs to have his channel taken too, because once again, he is being over the top, screaming and yelling. His parents probably don't even get a minute's sleep or reprieve from him down in the garage screaming like a banshee. And like he says, they're older. They're in their what, 70s and 90s and 80s. He should be tucking them in at night and to bed at night and making sure that it's nice and quiet for his parents. And not be a jackass. Yeah, he's another e-beggar. No, my mission's not taking down Bergs. I don't care enough about him. I've just seen the parodies about him, and and saw the one of his parents, going off on his mom. Ma, I'm live. Ma, you can't do that. Ma. That was extremely disturbing. His fanny pack. Oh God. No, he's just Bergs thinks he's now the cock of the walk. And I don't watch him enough to have another opinion than that. But what he did to his mom and continues to do to the home is worse than anybody throwing a steak on the porch or buying him a Chromebook, or telling Salty Dog what a wretched creature she is every day. Yeah. Well, he's another one. He's not making any money either, and keep going down, and he'll meet the same fate, because 9 times out of 10 he's out of control, screaming and yelling, or demanding that you pay him. Hey, Roni. Aloha. I know who you are. I don't know if anybody else knows who you are. He's not a harmless alcoholic. He is a alcoholic that potentially could be harmful. I mean, we've all seen him get so tanked that he doesn't remember the next day. Drool and spitting it out of his mouth and stomping and screaming at the top of his lungs. Why don't the neighbors hear him? Where are the neighbors in that? They must all be 90 years old and 90% deaf or something. I don't know. I just don't get that part. And it's not like he lives, out on a ranch somewhere. He's in a suburban area. But he too is another man who wallows in his own self-pity. That everybody owes him something, that he's got a college degree, blah, 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 that he's never put to use. And is fine being in a garage screaming at a screen. I'll be right back. All right. Let me get comfortable. Well, what's even, oh, who's bipolar? Berg's? Oh, yeah. Yep, that's Oda Mae. Oda Mae Brown. Well, he's another one who is slowly and systematically putting every nail in their own coffin. With Elbow, it's food and sex. With Berg's, it's beer. So, and if he says he's diabetic and drinking that much, I don't know. I think, and it's funny. He always comes up with, "I got asthma." You know what? You screaming like that, right? If I screamed like that, I'd be on the floor gasping for breath. Uh-oh. Don't make me stop this car. An Amazon millionaire. Good grief. All right, I can't follow it, but yeah, please don't attack other people in here, please. That's always been my steadfast rule. You can come at me all you want, but don't go after each other. You know, this isn't a forum for that. And I would rather ask people to refrain than block them. And if you can't respect that, then you know, we're going to have an issue. Well, it not only damages the brain, it damages the kidneys. And and let's face it, folks, the only thing that Elbow drank was coffee and sugary drinks. Rarely saw him drinking water. Sure, you better tell there, Hot Frog. Yeah, don't make me stop this car. Well, that's a running joke in our family too. It was funny when my daughter was here a few years ago, and I drove so they could enjoy the scenery. And she and her husband were talking about something, and I, don't make me stop this car, girl. I will come back there and I will spank you. And she, yeah, mom, try it. But yeah, well, those are, yeah. I remember those days, and I remember the cars without seat belts, and the child seat was a little metal thing that hung over the edge of the chair or the seat, and it was just like a raised pet bed. It's funny. Well, the first car I ever owned, and it wasn't a car. It was a Chevy C10 short bed 4x4 with a granny, 3 and a granny. Yep. Yeah, if you've ever driven a car with leather seats and it's not hot, so you're not really sticking to the seat, and then you turn a corner and you just about slide out the door. Yeah, I don't like the. Come here. Sorry, Waddy's having a problem. What do you want? What do you want? We've gone outside. You've been fed and fed again. You have water. What do you want? I know. I feel so bad, you guys. They closed the dog park. Oh shit! I said it. The PARK, and I didn't start my normal routine this morning because there was breaking news. So and it's beautiful here today. Not a cloud in the sky, and that's quite unusual. But so I felt real guilty when about the time we go to the dog park. Oh shit! I said it again. To the PARK that he couldn't go. I'm keeping my old truck now. I'm not getting rid of it. Put too damn much money into it. I don't want to sell it to somebody when it's almost like new again. Hey, Jay Berlin, aloha. Oh, it's funny. I got the TV on, but I have it muted. And they're talking about the new world of RV camping. Oh, a 70 Ford Maverick. We had, I don't know what our Maverick, what year it was, but I do remember it was Skittles green, a 4-door sedan, Skittle green Maverick. That's what we had when my daughter was born. And I remember she was in an IC unit, so we had to go back down to Fresno and drive that car when it had shitty, barely any AC in it in the middle of July in the Central Valley. It wasn't a fun trip. Well, that's cool. Well, that works for you, Vixen, because you got the 2 boys and they sleep up over the cab, and you guys in the back. That would be perfect for you guys to go. But you wouldn't want to live in it with a couple of kids, or even anybody else for that matter. Yeah, it was the limest green that you've ever want to see. It was pukey green, like baby shit green. Oh, that too, yeah, mobile office. I sure wish I still had that old Chevy truck, though. It would be worth some money now, especially it being a short bed and a 4x4. You're trying to win on a minivan? Well, I thought about that before I decided to keep my truck. And I've got an Xterra, and I love my Xterra, and I've had it since it's brand new. And it's an 04, so it has the small 4-cylinder. Gutless is all hell. I mean, I couldn't scoot my way out of a situation, but it's got a 5-speed, so it kind of makes up for it there. But easy service on it. It's the engine that the guys don't mind working on. They hate the V6s and the Xterras. But I actually traveled all over the island. We had a 24-foot mini Winnie, and I had my Xterra. And I would sleep in my Xterra because that's my own space. Nobody's going in it. I'm safe. I'm good. But we did that for about a year. And that was fun. But it got old. It got old real quick. That's why when he says, "Oh, it's the greatest thing in the world," yeah, we got we were the only motorhome on the whole island at the time. There's a few now I see, but back then it was the only one, and we painted it like the Hawaiian flag, the yellow, green, and gold. And we put some miles on. I've spent some nights at some of the most awesome places in the world. We were able to go places in my truck, park the motorhome, and then, take a little excursion up to the lava fields or down to the Crystal Ponds, which is now gone. They have opened up the Volcano National Park. I'm going to go down there. I don't know, maybe I'll do that next month if they're not closed. I like going down there in the fall and in the winter. Is the main chat everywhere? It's fading. The Elvis Hawaii, Blue Hawaii, it's fading. We've lost a lot of our entertainers that were around when he was, like Don Ho, a bunch of the musicians from that time period. And yeah, he was a big deal for a while, and some of his songs are still sung in the little coffee houses and restaurants and stuff. Yeah, they've got most of the roads back up. Unfortunately, though, part of that road is still over a very active volcano, and it's shifting. You had 1975 Toyota used. Well, my next door neighbor, he has I think it's an 82, 83 Toyota short bed 4x4 for sale here on the island, and it's got the straight axle. And I guess the guys around here really like those because they put huge lifts on them. It's not uncommon to see a 6 or 8 inch lift. No, Fisher 8. All right, I've had it with you. You're just gonna sit there and growl at me all day. Come on. I'm trying to ignore you. And I'm gonna have to take him for a walk. Yeah, but that's been what, 40 years, Vixen? And we have a very vibrant musician culture here. But the road that they just put into, so you don't have to go around to get down to Kalapana and out to Uncle Robert's and Seaview. But where they put the road over, it's very active, and it's still steaming, and it's still moving, and Pele's not done yet. She's probably going to raise her ugly head again within my lifetime. So, and I'm an old lady. So, well, we had, when we got divorced, I had my car and he had my car, and I gave him mine, and I took the Honda. But we had a 78 Toyota 4x4, 5 on the floor, because we put a better transmission in it. And I used to drive that down on the beach with my Dalmatian dog, and he would run 5 miles one way and 5 miles the other way, and still not want to go. But we had put numerous engines in it, a couple of crate R22s or 22R, and then the better transmission. But one night the next door neighbor's kid stole it because it was so old you didn't need a key, and he trashed it. So there went that. I would have loved to still have that truck. But I'm a truck person. I don't necessarily like cars. Now, if I was to get another vehicle, the Honda Ridgeline is something I would look at for real. That or the Nissan, the truck, the double truck, the 4-door pickup, short bed though. Well, Jack, so do I. So do I. I can remember when a Whopper with cheese was $1, and I could go and get 10 burgers to feed the family for $10. That was the good old days. We don't get fries, Mom. No, you're lucky to get a burger. Well, I graduated in high school in 79. So, and the that 70s show was my childhood. I mean, it was like it mirrored it in so many different ways. And there was one episode where down in the basement, somebody was coming down the stairs in the door or going out. I don't remember which. And I looked, and the towels that were hanging on the rack were the exact same towels that were hanging in my grandmother's house in her bathroom. I couldn't believe it. So when she passed away, my mom asked me, she said, well, is there something at grandma's you want? And I go, I want these towels. And my mom looked at me really funny, like, what? You want towels? And I said, yeah, I want those 70 towels. So yeah, I still have them somewhere, but they were avocado green with contrasting circles, so definitely the avocado was for the times. So yeah, actually the Nissan Frontier that aren't manufactured here but are manufactured in other plants, they have the Frontier 4-door with a diesel. So I'm thinking, now that's something it would be worth investing in. A pickup truck that size with a diesel in it, oh, sign me up. Oh, Johnny Portwood, what a limp rag. Just they deserve each other. Elbow, go down there, make nice and have somewhere to park your van in the winter. I'm sure that Joni would accommodate you in every way that you want. Oh, Elton John's song? Um, Rocket Man. You know, we used to do uh, music trivia, and one of our favorite topics was the disco days. And we those were the times when our kids were little. Um, Friends with the next door neighbor. Usually Friday night or Saturday night was always, either game night or we play dominoes or watch a really good movie. But we all got together because our kids were little. We used to go rent out whole county parks and have a big party once a year. And it started out as somebody's wedding, and we just kept it going for 10 years. It was Pamplin Grove. Um, those are the things that I miss. That all our kids have kids now, and some of them have kids. And two of the friends in that group um, passed away way too early from cancer. And it's and they were horrific cancers too. My one friend, she had colon cancer, and the other one had a brain tumor. So yeah, Elvis travels as Joni's only friend. Well, and vice versa. Oh, I had made the mistake one time of armor-alling my seat on my motorcycle. That was dumb. I just about slid off of it going around a corner. Well, folks, I've been on here. How long I've been on here? Let me look. Oh, over an hour. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I'm sure that the topic of conversation here will be a topic, being thrown around for a while. No, I'm just getting boring. It's not depressing. I'm just bored. I'm boring you all. I get it. So everybody have a wonderful night. Have a safe week. Wear your masks out in public. It's our first defense. And at this point, our only defense. Oh, yeah, I know. So, yeah, everybody have a good night. And until next time, aloha.